What's good? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It is your boy Matthew Shack live here in Los Angeles. Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered. First things first, as always, salute to the unfiltered nation. Salute to the unfiltered fam. Salute to the mod squad. Salute to the goons. Run them likes up, y'all. Keep them likes at 50%. Last but certainly not least, tip your bartender. What's crack-a-lacking, y'all? It's crack-a-lacking. I got a chance to come home and do what? Blaze one for the nation. So I'm going to do just that, man. Usually, man, I don't have time when it's nice outside, man. But I got blessed today that I got a couple of hours to myself, man. Okay. But while we're doing that, we're going to talk about some of the things that are going on in the steel curtain side of the world over there in Pittsburgh, man. Now, one thing that I definitely know is about the Pittsburgh Steelers, bro, because the Pittsburgh Steelers is the number one op to my team, the Raiders, bro. That is the number one nemesis out of any team in the National Football League. I know a lot of you skinny jean wearers of the nation and you guys that are, you're youngins when it comes to this. You really think that the Chiefs is your biggest op. Some of you guys might even go as far as to say that the New England Patriots are your biggest op. I'm here to tell you, historically, the Steelers are the reason why you do not have more Super Bowls. Okay, if you would have been able to get past the Steelers 4 times, the Raiders would be sitting on 7 championships. But you couldn't get past them 4 times. But you got past them once. Okay? So I know about the Steelers because that's my biggest enemy, bro, is the Steelers, dog. Okay? And right now, they're having some internal problems because you got some all-time Steeler greats calling for the homie Omar Epps, a.k.a. Mike Tomlin, calling for his dismissal over there in Pittsburgh, bro. And we're going to talk about it. So what's going on, you guys, in regards to what I'm talking about? A lot of y'all may not know. Well, I've said it countless times on this channel, man. When you look at the Raiders and you look at the Steelers, the Raiders and Steelers are exactly opposite ends of the spectrum. I've been watching pro football for 51 years. In my entire lifetime, which is further than that, the Pittsburgh Steelers have had 3 coaches in nearly 60 years of existence. All right? 3. I ain't talking about 3 coaches in a decade. I'm talking about 3 coaches in their history. Okay? In regards to them since the last 60 years or so. All right? Because they're older than that. But I'm talking about in the modern era. Their first coach, Chuck Noll, 4-0 in the Super Bowl. That was the guy that went against my John Madden Raiders. That's the team I had to contend with every year. Okay? It was always, the Super Bowl was always between the Raiders and the Steelers because whoever won out of that matchup was going to smash the NFC. The NFC didn't have a shot. All right? Then you had, Bill Cowher. Bill Cowher, remember, Bill Cowher, who's on the CBS morning show, sports morning show, NFL. He was a coach. And now you have Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin is the longest tenured coach in the National Football League. He's been the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers for 19 years. Doesn't seem like it. Okay? But he's been with the Steelers 19 years. And in those 19 years, he's never had a losing season. From the time he started, from the time he is to this year, he's never had a losing season. He's never had a season that was not above 500. I mean, below 500, I should say. okay, or even 500. But now he's 6-6, and now there is very, very big people that are calling for him to possibly not be the coach anymore. One of them is known as Big Ben Roethlisberger. Now, I wouldn't even really have minded it to really even report it until I saw Ben Roethlisberger speaking on it, because before then, you had James Harrison, who has been definitely, in my opinion, hating on Mike Tomlin. I don't know why he hates on Mike Tomlin, but he definitely hates on Mike Tomlin because he said a lot of crazy things that we'll get into. But when he was talking, I wasn't really tripping. I'm like, okay, that's just... But to have Ben Roethlisberger say what he's saying, now we have to talk. All right, Ben Roethlisberger, first ballot Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion, blase, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So, actually, he's a two-time Super Bowl champion, if I'm not mistaken. I think he won one with Bill Cowher, and he won one with Mike Tomlin. So, I think he's a two-time Super Bowl champion, if I'm not mistaken. All right? So, let's get into what James Harrison said first, because to me, who really cares? All right? But James Harrison said that he definitely does not think Mike Tomlin is a great coach, quote unquote. I don't consider him to be a great coach. Now understand, bro. Remember when James Harrison in the Super Bowl against the Cardinals got that interception and ran that interception back like 90-something yards, bro? James Harrison has his only Super Bowl ring because of Mike Tomlin. That was his coach. And he is hating on him. He said, I don't consider him to be a great coach. I've never considered him to be a great coach. A great coach is going to, make these players play better, and they're not playing better, and they have not been playing better. And if you can't do that, then you're not a great coach, quote unquote. And I think it's time. I know that the Steelers do not get rid of coaches, but I think that they need to go ahead and start now, unquote. I was like, wow, bro, how do you say you don't like somebody without saying it? Now, I ain't never heard that anybody talk crazy about Mike Tomlin like that. But it just goes to show you, bro, that even if you are doing good for somebody, a lot of times they still have a problem with you, bro. He never said nothing about it before. Now all of a sudden he's trying to pile on and say Mike Tomlin isn't a great coach. Mike Tomlin, he's never considered him to be a great coach. He's not a person that can make these players better. And if you're a great coach, you're going to make your players play better. And these guys aren't playing better. That's what he said. That's his rationale. Okay, we'll get into whether you believe that or not. All right. Then Ben Roethlisberger, who was a little bit more, savvy with what he was saying. He was saying, I respect Mike Tomlin. I've always respected him. But maybe a change of scenery might be best for everybody. Why don't he try to get the Penn State job? Because right now Penn State fired their guy. And like I said, your boy Chocolate Chip Kelly is running around. He's definitely one of the candidates on the short list. And he's saying, Mike Tomlin, even if you decided to mutually part ways with the Steelers, you can go there and you'll win a few national championships because you're an excellent recruiter and all this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 blah. And I want to know what real Steelers have to feel about it, like my girl Sarah K. Scott, like my sister Beth, some of you other Steel Curtain cats that might be out there, to have Ben Roethlisberger, who is one of the greatest quarterbacks on that team, because, he's definitely not better than Terry Bradshaw. Terry Bradshaw was 4-0. So he's not the GOAT on that team, but he might be the GOAT to a lot of you young cats, but he's not the GOAT in regards to that franchise. Terry Bradshaw would be. And I haven't heard people like Bradshaw say anything about it. I haven't heard, people from that era, Lynn Swans and John Stallworths and Jack Lamberts and Jack Hams and Donnie Shells and, you know what I'm saying? And, the Whites and all those other guys, Rocky Blyers or anybody else from that era, saying these things. But I am hearing from James Harrison. It sounds like James Harrison definitely has a problem with Mike Tomlin. I don't know what it is about him that he doesn't like, but he definitely does not care for him all to say that Mike Tomlin's not a great coach. It's ridiculous. is asinine. It's definitely irresponsible to say some shit like that, bro. Like your credibility went out the window when you said he wasn't a great coach. Ben Roethlisberger said he was a Hall of Fame coach. Okay, he definitely is. All right, 19 years, Super Bowl, never had a losing season. It's still possible that he won't have a losing season. He's 6-6. He has what, 5 more games to go. It's very possible that he could finish the season strong or whatever. But even if he doesn't, you don't get to say he's not a great coach, because he is. Okay, I know that he would be able to come to my team and we wouldn't be 2 and 10 or 2-11. I know that. All right, but my point is this, man. No matter how bad things are going with your football team or how good things are going with your football team, dog, there's always somebody that ain't going to be down with the program for whatever reason, man. You can win them championships, you can win Super Bowls, MVPs, you can win comeback player of the years, DPOYs, RPOYs, no matter what, Roy's awards, rookie of the years, or whatever, dog. At the end of the day, there's always going to be somebody who is under your regime that doesn't want you to be under their regime, dog. Okay? So, my take is this. All good things must come to an end sooner or later, bro. And even though Mike Tomlin is not old, Mike Tomlin is only 53 years old, bro. He took that job young. He's been in that job 20 years. Okay, so guess what? He took the job when he was 34. He took the job when he was 34. Now he's 53. That man's not even close. Okay? You look at Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh is 63. You look at Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll is 74. Pete Carroll's old enough to be Mike Tomlin's son. Okay? Without question. 74, 53. Come on, dog. It's 21 years, bro. Pete Carroll old enough to be his pops. All right? So, with all that being said, man, I think it's kind of the steel curtain. Y'all starting to get a little bit too big for your britches as far as I'm concerned, bro. Because, like I said before, you've been so spoiled to have consistency and have job security in the coaching position. Every coach you've had in my lifetime has won you some shit. Every Steeler coach in the past 60 years has brought home a Lombardi. Y'all spoiled, bro. Maybe this is what you need to get woken up. Okay? Maybe what's what the Steelers need to get woken up, to find out that finding a good coach and finding somebody that's going to come in and keep that culture going and keep that win streak and keeping you guys in the playoffs every year and keeping you in the hunt every year is few and far between. The Steelers, a lot of the fan base, they and these players, they really think that Mike Tomlin needs to go. And I'm like, y'all gonna understand when he leaves, and you ain't gonna be able to fix it, bruh. Okay. Plus, these guys are retired. I'm not hearing any current players saying anything. I'm not hearing anybody current. I didn't hear T.J. Watt say anything. I didn't hear not George Pickens. What's his name? DK Metcalf or anybody like that saying anything about Mike Tomlin, dog. I've never heard nobody say anything derogatory about Mike Tomlin as far as an active player. Okay, but y'all want to go ahead and y'all want to join. Y'all want to be at the continual L party. You want to sit on the couch with us. You want to sit on the couch with us and the Titans and the Giants and all these other teams that seem to be in a free fall. Come on and sit next to us, dog. At least I know you ain't going to win no more Super Bowls. That's for damn sure. Okay? Sometimes you get too big for your britches, man. Okay? You think, the teacher out. You think you could beat the master now because you think the teacher taught you everything that he knows. And the teacher never teaches you everything. They're always going to keep something back. All right? Always going to keep something back. Let's just keep it a buck. All right? So, let's definitely discuss it. If there's anything else you guys might want to talk about, we could talk about that as well. I heard the people hitting me up asking me about Brendan Rice. Jerry Rice's son, coming to the practice squad for the Raiders. What do I think? I've talked to some of you guys on back channels. You guys want to ask me questions about that. We can talk about that as well, or anything else y'all might want to bring up. I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'm chilling. Make sure y'all go get the Matthew Shack Unfiltered. This guy needs a cigar, bro. And guess who he's pointing at? Me. I always need a cigar, bro. This right here on the site, man. Very dope. Okay. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with looking good, even when you're smoking whatever you want to smoke, bro. Okay. You might even be able to smoke that glass D and wear this, but don't tell us. Just buy it and don't say nothing. Okay. We don't want to know. But we do like you to patronize. All right. So let me read you guys' questions, dog. Chilling. Hey, Bill. What I like about these, just talking to Bill Holloway, what I like about these is that it's a smoke that I can like an hour, I can be done. Okay. That's why. Because I was looking at the other ones. I'm like, that's 2 hours. That's 2.5 hours. It's going to be too long. It's going to start getting cold out here, bro. All right. So I need some more of these things, bro. Okay. The little Clint Eastwoods. All right. Let me go ahead and read you guys' comments. I just had to tell Bill that real quick. All right. Perfect, bro. Okay. What a beautiful day here in Los Angeles, bro. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. All right. All right. See what's going on. All right, man. All right, man. Benjamin in the house. What's going on? Hey, what's going on? Whittington Tybus. What's cracking, bro? What's cracking is that I got a whole shipment in today, dog. Every shirt, bro, that's up. All the new shit. All the shit that's up that I put is all, some of it still on its way, but the majority of it, you're going to be seeing me wearing it. Keep telling you guys, man, all that merch that we put up in for Black Friday, I ordered it for me. I'm just trying to tell you, man. I was telling my wife that this morning, I was like, hey, man, the Unfiltered Nation and the Unfiltered Fam, they better understand that when I make merch for me to wear. Everything that we make, I wear, bro, because it needs to be fly. I mean, if it's on me, come on, bro. You think I'm going to wear something janky? No. Okay. I'm not going to wear nothing janky. All right. Look at this. It's tight. Bro. Look at this fucking this guy. Got the Tiger Woods on, bro. But come on, bro. Do better. Do better, y'all. All right. What's going on? Just a sizzle in the building, dog. Hey, man. You need to figure out how you're going to put together your ensemble with that Charles Woodson. All y'all that got your Woodsons in, what are you going to do with it, bro? Are you just going to let it sit there? I mean, you can. It's yours. Do what you want. But you need to be trying to piece that together, dog. It's time to get outside. What do you mean? It's time to get outside, man. Merry Christmas. It's time to hit the malls, bro. It's time to get out there and be seen. What are you talking about? Okay, you better go get that Tony Montana, man. Say hello, ho to my little friends. You better go get that damn Raider Santa Claus. Mine's is on the way, bro. I can't wait. I'm gonna be at the malls busting my shit. They're gonna be. Watch. All right. Okay. Salute to the UN and UF Mod Squad. AB's gone in the chat. Okay. What's going on, Los? What's happening, Los? Salute. Okay, get these likes up, tip your bartender. All right, man, you already know what it is. Salute to everybody that's on here. Okay, AP. Okay, Mike Tomlin, new Raiders HC in 2026. I mean, that's something that shouldn't be even brought up at this point. Just because Ben Roethlisberger is saying something and just because James Harrison is saying something, I know the Steelers. That's not how the Steelers operate. The Rooney family they are a family that don't have to like be bending under anybody's pressure, bro. The Rooney rule that is in place with the NFL saying you have to hire one minority candidate comes from Art Rooney, who was the patriarch of that team, and then Dan Rooney, okay. He passed away, and now his son, Dan Rooney, too. That's 3 generations, okay? They're not going to listen and do what people want them to do. They're going to do what they do. And I don't think that, and barring that they come to a mutual agreement and he parts ways, that still doesn't seem to rest out the way they do it. The way that they do it is that they retire. Is Mike Tomlin going to retire as a coach of football when he's 53, bro? He's 53, man. This dude is not even old enough to be retiring. Okay? So I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. If it does happen, I'll be extremely shocked. I've never seen the Steelers panic when it came to coaches. I've never seen it. I've never seen them do a us. The answer is fires everybody. Maybe the Steeler fans they starting to get fatigued. Maybe they want to see somebody different behind there, bro. But the Steelers, what y'all Steeler fans need to understand is it only takes one mistake and you become us. Get rid of the wrong coach and you'll find out. The Steelers and their organization is about due for them to land a dud coach. You know they did a Reggie Jackson, bro. If you guys know anything about baseball, Reggie Jackson, when I became a Yankee fan in '77, in a World Series against the Dodgers, he hit 3 home runs on 3 consecutive pitches. First pitch, over the fence. Next time he's up, first pitch, over the fence. The next one, first pitch, over the fence. All in one game. Okay? But if you go back, the game before that, he hit 2 more home runs the game before on first pitches. So he hit 5 home runs on 5 pitches. First pitches. Okay? So what am I saying? I'm saying the Pittsburgh Steelers done hit 3 home runs on 3 consecutive coaching hires. You won the lottery, bro. 60 years. That's 20 years apiece average. And you won Super Bowls with everybody. None of your coaches is left you without a chip. Hey, man, y'all about due to make a mistake. And you know what? There's an old saying. Never interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake. Go ahead. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead, bro. Mess up so I can sit back and laugh. Justin Sizzle. Okay. Steelers is always the biggest op, man. I don't care what y'all talking about, bro. Steelers is the biggest op, man. You do not understand. Bill gets it. Whittington Thomas gets it. Them 70s, bro. If it wasn't for them Steelers, Raiders we would have been sitting on 7 rings, bro. Because they were the only team that could beat us. The Steelers were the only team that could beat us. Nobody else could beat. We beat everybody's brains in. When we got past the Steelers in '76, we went and played against the Vikings and beat their brains in. I think the score was like 38-18 or some shit. We smashed them. Okay? It was like, okay, once we beat the Steelers, we knew we were in the Super Bowl. All right? Straight up. Okay? All right, booty bang. To all of my families of Steelers fans, and they want Thomas to stay. Like I said before, they understand that. I'm just telling you what Ben Roethlisberger is trying to insinuate, and James Harrison's making it clear. He does not consider Mike Tomlin to be a great coach. And I'm like, well, do I consider, does Mike Tomlin consider you to be one of the greatest edge rushers in the history of NFL? He probably does. I think Mike Tomlin probably holds James Harrison in higher regard than Harrison holds him. But Harrison, you're not in the Hall of Fame. Know where you get there. Mike Tomlin is going in first ballot. Okay, and he's one of only 2 black coaches to ever win a Super Bowl. That would be him and Tony Dungy. So I'm not trying to hear nothing. All right. But it always be one that's one of your own that be trying to hate. Okay. To that extent, to say he's not a great coach is ridiculous. You only got any hardware because of him. All right. But like I said, I don't know, man. Sometimes people just don't like you because. All right. Okay. All right, man. And you say you're looking at snow, Whittington Thomas. Hey, man. Better you than me. Better you than me. I'm not looking at no kind of snow at all. All right. The only thing that might kind of look like snow is this ash off of this cigar right here. And that probably be about it. Okay. I mean, okay. All right. Surprised to see these guys calling for Tomlin. Well, it's only 2 guys at this point. But they're guys that are notable. It's like having Raider legends talk about what they're talking about, but the Raider Nation doesn't care about what Raider legends are talking about. Guys with Super Bowl rings told us here exclusively on MatthewShackUnfiltered.com after the Dallas Cowboy game, the post-game show, that With Super Bowl rings blinging in your face, Mark Davis made a huge mistake firing Antonio Pierce. But y'all don't care. These guys are still running around thinking that they know more than they're saying that AP this, AP's that, he's a clown, he's a blah, 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 fake shit night, all this racial shit they're saying and all of that. But people who's walking around with the hardware, who are legends, say that AP was the best coach we've had because he had us going in the right direction. But y'all didn't understand that. Now you got Pete Carroll, and Pete Carroll's doing Pete Carroll stuff, which is what? Taking his time. He's not in any hurry. All right? Booty bang. What's my advice for Mike Tomlin? My advice for Coach Tomlin is don't pay attention to guys that don't play on your team. Yeah, they might be legends or whatever. Well, at least I consider one of them to be. Okay? They don't play for you. They're retired. I look at it like this, man. Say, hey, you want to tell me how to do my job? Why don't you guys come back over to training camp at the end of the year and come back in a training camp and get yourself into shape and see if you could play? I don't think that would happen. I don't think that those guys would be able to get through a training camp anymore. So why am I listening to dudes who ain't on the team? You have an opinion, take it for what it is. Okay, I would just continue to do what I do. All right, which is what? Be the coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers until I'm told I'm not. You don't listen to the noise, bro. You don't listen to the barking, bro. Simple as that. The dog's barking, let him bark. Okay? The dog wants some, dog will jump over the fence. You want some of this action? Hop this fence right quick, homie. Then we see what it is. As long as you behind that fence barking, I ain't tripping. All right? What's going on, Chunker? What's happening, man? What's up in Niner Empire right now, bro? Okay? All right, man. Steelers would be stupid to get rid of Mike Tomlin. Like I said, they would be dumb because there ain't no good coaches rolling around here, bro. LSU hiring Lane Kiffin shows you there's no good coaches. You're just getting a job like that because of a reputation. This dude is so sorry. This guy has had a Raider job, blew it. USC Trojan job, blew it. Old Miss job, blew it. Now he's getting ready to go to LSU and blow it. I mean, it is what it is, dog. You talk about somebody who only got a job because of his dad, stop mentioning Bronny James, stop mentioning Shedeur Sanders, and start mentioning this Lane Kiffin guy, okay? Yeah, he ain't no lack of success at all. Okay? All right, man. What's going on, Bill? Bill Holloway, what's going on, Bill? So I'm not calling out discount double check. Don't you think? I mean, you're not going to call out Aaron Rodgers? I mean, damn, you brought in a dilapidated Aaron Rodgers, which wasn't he ain't the general manager, and then you bring in a dilapidated Russell Wilson the year before. Y'all really thought y'all was going to win the Super Bowl with these dudes, man? These dudes are long in the tooth and washed up. Okay? All right, they're Hall of Famers, but they're washed up. All right, man. Frank, Prado, what's going on, Prado? Steelers and Raiders are polar opposites, for they will get a new coach and succeed. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, if I was Mike Tomlin, man, I wouldn't be messing up my contract. I'd stay right there. Season ain't even over, bro. No, and even if it is, shoot, I gave you 19 years of a winning record. How all of a sudden you gonna throw me out for having one bad year when you giving me a whole ancient Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback? Nah, I wouldn't listen to nothing nobody's talking about, bro. I'm definitely going to stay over here and do what I do. All right? Trust and believe that. Okay? All right, man. Chilling. Okay? All right, man. I see you guys talking. I remember when the Steelers let go of Harrison and he went to the Patriots. All of a sudden, the Steelers fans was mad. Maybe that's why he's pissed off. Maybe that's the answer why. Because I forgot that he went to the Patriots. I forgot Harrison went over there. Okay? Then maybe that's why. Maybe he held a grudge. Okay? Hey, dog. Finishing your life as a Steeler, you should have retired earlier. I bet you that's why. I bet you that's what he's angry about. Okay? Kim Walters talking about Ben's essays. Yeah, man. Like I said, man. Nervous of people to see still amazed. Yeah, man, it's always somebody throwing a rock and hiding their hands, bro. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Ben's essay stuff, he don't want to have nobody bring that up, dog. I mean, it's like, don't you think, man, maybe I shouldn't talk? Because people are going to start to what about you? Okay? It's just like Bill. Bill knows this, bro. In our neighborhood, somebody's cracking on somebody, man. We used to call it capping on somebody, man. Talk about them, but you look at your bust down shoes or whatever, and the dude in the corner laughing too hard. We would do this. What are you talking about? And then we would crack on him. You the last person that need to be laughing. And then the person cracker said, "Yeah, yo, look at your pimply ass armpits." Like whatever it was, we fall out. So the person who's laughing a little bit too hard, we would get you next. So Ben Roethlisberger should understand. Somebody saying, like you just did, Kim Walters, what is Big Ben talking about when he has these SA charges? You don't want nobody digging up your graveyard, bro. You don't want nobody digging up your cemetery, seeing what's in it, okay? But you're bringing attention to your cemetery by talking about somebody else. All right, it is what it is. What's up, Rosetown? Okay. Okay, can't make this up. Sure can't. Okay, Woody Banks said my family isn't tripping over that Harrison and Ben are saying because they understand good coaches don't grow on trees, bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Raiders, when we land a coach that's good, you better protect them with your life, man. You better, because I'm telling you, it is hard to find a coach, bro. You look at, to have a coach that's not going anywhere, who you know he's not leaving. Andy, the Walrus, man. His big Andy Reid, he ain't going nowhere. Okay, all right. John Harbaugh, he's not going nowhere. Guys like that, a Mike Tomlin, who when you got him, you don't have to worry about your coach, bro. Like I had that stability. I had it. His name was John Madden. I never had to worry about John Madden being fired, bro. Never, bro. John Madden wasn't going to get fired. He retired, bro. Once he became the coach, there was his job was as secure as a damn redwood oak tree. Going nowhere, bro. I don't care if it's wind, sleet, snow, lightning. Nothing is stopping that. When those big redwood trees, man, going nowhere. Okay, but now these guys are like disposable diapers, bro. They're like a wet wipe. Okay, wipe your hands with it, throw it in the trash, man. Get another one out. I mean, wet wipe coaches. All right, okay. Winton Thomas says, yeah, we gave them over here. Okay, you're talking about cigars and shit. Okay, all right, move on. All right, my favorite Steeler player of all time is let me see, man. What's that other well, right now, man, my mind is not slipping. The other Bill, what's the name of the other defensive back that played on the Steelers in the steel curtain era? It wasn't Donnie Shell, was the other cornerback, bro. The other cornerback. Okay, go look it up, man. Go look at the defense and tell me the other secondary, okay? Safety or cornerback, man. Can't think of the name right now. And I'll answer that question in a second. Bill Arwakawa is always talking very highly about Tomlin. What is his name, man? Just slipping on the tip of my tongue right now. Okay? Blaze one for the nation. I'm smoking on the Clint Eastwood, man. Like I said, this is a perfect cigar for me to get it in and be done. Okay? If not, I got to come back out here. All right? This right here. To the nub. I can smoke these all day, man. Very good stick. And I can get through it. Okay. When I don't want to do a long ass live, this is a good stick for that. Okay? Very good stick. I need more of these. Okay? Grass ain't greener. It's never greener, bro. Okay. You're supposed to maintain your grass. It's that simple, bro. You maintain your grass. Okay, because you don't know what problems that guy had. You come out, it looks like his grass is green. You don't know he comes out in the middle of the night and he's putting all that damn DDT on it. Okay, all right, man. Bill said I can hear all the content creators. Tomlin coming to the Raiders. I mean, but that's what it is, man. The propaganda that these fans fall for. They want to hear the crazy rumor shit. They don't even have to substantiate it. If I said something crazy like that, bro, and it didn't happen, you guys would be on me. You guys would definitely be on. Shaq, I thought you said. That's what. Oh, Shaq, I thought you said. I don't ever want to hear Shaq, I thought you said. You don't never get to come over here and tell me, Shaq, I thought you said. Have you noticed that? If you notice that never gets said, because you can't. And if you do, you're going to get cooked. There is no Shaq I thought you said over here. I don't say crazy shit, okay? But they can say crazy shit all day, all right? They going to learn today. All right, man. Okay. My Woodson merch got here. My other stuff is in transit. Hey, dog. I got a big-ass box, man. It got 6 shirts in it. I showed you the woman that was on the top. I showed you the Blame Gino shirt. That Blame Gino shirt is about to disappear, bruh. It's about to disappear like a damn tax return check. I'm not playing. I'm not keeping that up. Y'all better get that. And I'm going to be wearing it. Y'all see it. And I'm going to give y'all a little time to maybe do it. But I was gone, bro. I'm not keeping that shit up. Okay? All right. Maurice Ross, what's going on? Old school soul, checking out the merch. Got to get another item. I'm shopping. Hey, man, you better take care of yourself, dog. Like I told y'all last night, man, Dana, she's not hooking you up with anything. She's not doing it. Okay? She's already told her girlfriends. Well, what are you going to get? What are you going to get Johnny? I'm not getting Johnny shit. Johnny been acting an ass the last couple of months. She already done told her girlfriend she's not getting you nothing, bruh. She's not getting you nothing, okay? Right? You're not even getting a $25 gift card to Sizzler. You better buy yourself something, homie. You better take care of yourself. The kids and her, and that's it. She's not giving you anything, okay? All right? You've been talking shit. You've been talking about her weight, talking about how she doesn't do nothing around here. She don't look good no more. And Christmas, you need to know when to not talk, okay? You never talk during Valentine's Day. You never talk during your anniversary. You never talk during your birthday. And you shut your ass up when it's Christmas. Those are the 4 times you don't say shit. You just try to be cool, tolerate it so you can get something, okay? But y'all don't get it, okay? All right. Okay, that Woodson is nasty. Already got a fit for it. Like I said, bro. Like I said, all I do is walk around all day looking fly. Man, I go to my son's school looking fly. I go to the damn Starbucks looking fly. I go eat looking fly. I just went to the Nike store, bro. I went up to the up by Magic Mountain and went to the Nike clearance store today, bro. Okay, I went all the way up there because I had time. I dropped my son off. I said, man, I'm gonna do something for me, do some shopping. Guess what? I wind up buying stuff for my son because there was stuff in there. Like, wife was like, you should get. I put her on the camera, let her see. Yeah, this, da 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 da. And I'm like, damn. I came up here to get something for me, and he got more shit than me. I was like, man, I'm making myself buy something to go with this shit I got. That's exactly what I did. I just did it today. She was getting me to buy everything for him. She's like, oh, get him this and this and that. And they were all good deals, and he needs it and stuff. Like, it's going to be part of his Christmas presents. But shit, I didn't go up there for him. I went up there for me. What I look like. Walking out of there with a receipt. That's it. I get to buy all this shit, put it in the car, and I walk out with a receipt. That's what I get. Oh, hell nah. You already know what the job is. I went in there and I got me a couple of things to go with some of my shit. You're going to see it because I'm going to be taking pictures. Okay, Bill said, waiting for my Santa Claus Raider. Oh, dog. I already got everything ready for that, bro. That has to be worn. See, the Santa Claus hood, Raiders and the Tony Montana hoodies. I mean, with that shirt, that is seasonal, bro. You gotta bust that. It says 20. It says 25 on it. Why you think we put 25 on it? Christmas 25. You better put that shit on, bro. You better wear that shit while it's hot. That's exactly why I'm going to be wearing mine. I'm going straight to the mall, bro. When it's time this weekend, hopefully it'll get here by then. Hopefully. If it don't, I'll wear it next week. I got that Tony Montana. I'm be wearing that shit. I'm telling you. Trying to help you guys out. All right. Rich Wallace, what's up? Happy holidays. Hey, man. It's already the holidays. Yeah. My Pezzy, yeah. He said, if Tomlin's available, that's my choice, hands down. Well, I mean, I'll say this to you, AP. You have a coach. You can't hire Tomlin when you have a coach. You have to fire a coach or relieve a coach of his duties to have a position, and then the Steelers have to let Tomlin go, and then a lot of talking has to happen and some money, and then You have a coach, bro. So I don't know. As of now, it's not happening. You don't have a coach. But if it happens, it happens. But I don't see it happening. I don't see it. I'm just telling you, I know the Steelers, man, and the Steelers don't operate like that, bro. I think that, come on, man, you had 19 years and you had one bad year out of 19. Even Steph Curry doesn't make 100% of his free throws. Like, come on, dog. Like, come on, man. 18 out of 19 years, winning record. Steelers are gonna F up, bro. But if that's what they want to do, they can come over here and we can laugh at them for a while. Okay? They've been laughing at us for years. Real Steeler fans do not want that to happen, bro. I'm telling you that shit now. All right, Rich Wallace. I love the Steelers GM Omar Khan. If I had a choice to pluck away from them, I'm sure they know how to draft. But that's the problem. Do you think Omar Khan's going to come over here and ruin his career messing around with fire the GM, fire the coach, and fire the quarterback every year? People who are worth what know what they're worth aren't coming over here, bro. It is what it is. This is not happening. Huh? You could be the nicest guy in the world. Chloe from HR is not dating you, bro. Okay? You work outside all day, sweating. Yeah, you're a good guy, but she's not going to date you, bro. She's going to date somebody that's in one of those executive suites up there. She's going to, somebody who is going to, can, you know, afford her lifestyle of all the shit she can afford. Okay? And that's what it is. You could be nice all day. You could be good looking all you want to. You're not on her level, dog, and that's what it is. You got to have a whole lot of game to get at somebody like that, all right? Or you got to have a whole lot of bread. You have neither. You're not getting at Chloe, bro. Simple as that. Your best bet is to be friends with Chloe and hope that she can drop a little bit of kibbles and bits with some of her little homegirls that you might be able to knock down. But you're not knocking that down, dog. Walking around with sweat stains on the inside of your hat. It's not going to happen. Okay? Every time she sees you, you look like you've been outside for 4 or 5 hours because you have been. I'm just trying to help you. So Omar Khan's not coming. Nobody of any stature's coming over here to be anything with the Raiders, to have their career railroaded and be told that to be fired the same season that they're there. Nah, I don't think so. Okay? I wouldn't do it. All right? You should have 5 or 6 rings at the very least. All right? I say 7. All right? Rich Wallace, I don't understand not giving AP Cliff Kingsbury if he wanted an extra year. I mean, they jacked up the prices on the OC Kelly. Well, man, you got to understand who was doing it. Mark Davis made a major faux pas, a.k.a. mistake, when he hired the man that AP got fired from his dream job, bro. You hired Tom Telesco to be the boss over the man that got him and Brandon Staley fired with a 63-21 ass whooping. That makes no sense, bruh, for you to bring him in to sabotage AP. But guess what? All he did was sabotage himself. What did he say? If I would have known I've only had 1 year, I'd do it differently. Why would that be? Shouldn't you have came in and did it the right way? What you should be saying is, whether I knew I had a year or not, I played it right. No, he played the long game. Let me destroy the team and destroy AP, get him out of here. Now I'm going to start doing my job. Okay? A lot of y'all do that. Y'all, instead of you stepping up, walking in, clocking in and doing your job, you walk in, you clock in, and you start bullshitting. You start walking around. You're leaning up against Blanche's desk. Yeah, Blanche, I had a good weekend. How was your weekend? You're over there bullshitting when you should be working. You don't think people see you over there popping at Blanche, bro? You're over there popping at Blanche when you should be working. You've been over there for 15, 20 minutes. Then you go over there and you see what's Chloe. Hey, I just want to see what your weekend was. You ain't even been on the clock 45 minutes. You ain't even did one keystroke on the damn computer screen, okay? Because these jobs keep keystrokes. Or even if your ass isn't on the yard, somebody got to come look for you. Hey, man, hey, Clint. Tom looking for you, dog. Oh, okay, girl. Let me go back and let me go out here and do this little thing. Dog, you supposed to been on the yard 30 minutes ago. Where you been at? Oh, man, I was taking a dump, dog. You know you wasn't taking no 30-minute dump, dog. Because when you go take a dump, you in there 10 minutes. Now all of a sudden it takes you 30 minutes. Nah, you over there at Blanche and Chloe's desk. That's how y'all blow y'all jobs, thinking you getting away with some shit. Nah, they're just putting it down, waiting for you to be in a position where they got to get rid of somebody, and it be your ass. I'm just trying to help you, okay? So that's why, all right? Okay. Said loser Lane Kiffin is going to put LSU in the toilet. Couldn't have happened to a better organization. They thought that they were winning the lotto, bro. I mean, damn. You went, look at how high you went and how low you went, okay? You went from Les Miles to this dude. Come on, bruh. You went from Nick Saban. Don't forget Nick Saban won a couple of national championships at LSU before he went to Alabama. So Nick Saban's up here. And now you're messing with Lane Kiffin. Lame. L-A-M-E. Lame. Like I said, bro, those tables are going to turn. LSU, it's going to be all bad. Okay? Hope Dabo Sweeney puts his foot in his ass. Chunker says, my team and Niners have work to do. Yeah, y'all got to get it cracking, man. I mean, Brock Purdy is turning into Brock Tungliavola. Brock turned the ball over. He turning the ball over a lot, bro. But then again, Geno ain't even related to Tua. And they're cut from the same cloth, bro. They cut from that damn turnover cloth. Okay? Is what it is. Okay? Booty Bizzle. I was too young to remember, but Lane Kiffin was really that bad. Horrible. Lane Kiffin, in my opinion, all these dudes was coming on, hey, man, Antonio Pierce is the worst coach in the history of the Raiders. No, he ain't. Lane Kiffin is the worst coach in the history of the Raiders, bro. Al Davis fired him with cause, meaning he didn't even get paid. One of only two coaches in the 65-year history of the Raiders to get fired with cause. The other one was Mike White. That was in the early 90s that Al fired without, oh no, not Mike White, excuse me. Mike Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan's daddy. Which is why Mike Shanahan went out of his way to beat our brains in every time he played us when he was with the Broncos. And Lane Kiffin. That's it. Lane Kiffin is the worst. He's the worst out of everybody. Horrible. He was absolutely horrific. All right. Goodell says, I like Mike Tomlin's coaching style, and the Steelers keep ownership in the family. Dope, too. Hey, man, some people don't. Some people keep it in the family, man. Some people, man, it's going to stay that way, man. You know, there is no, you want to be a part of this organization, you better marry somebody. You don't get to come in here and mess around with the Rooneys. The Rooneys don't play that. Rooneys don't let everybody and their mama walk in here and start moving furniture around and restructuring shit. Nope. That Rooney family really operates like the Corleones, man. Allegedly. Okay? And I mean that not in a criminal way. I mean it in an organizational way. In a family, it's a family thing. This is our thing. Like that. That's what I mean. Like, it's really their thing, bro. Okay? There isn't no other bringing in a Brady and these other... I don't know what Mark got going on, bro. But whatever. Okay? Mel Blount. That's him. I couldn't think of his name. Mel Blount. That's my favorite Steeler. Okay? He terrorized us so much that I just forgot his name, bro. Mel Blount. That's my favorite Steeler, bro. Monster. My favorite player is a defensive player, bro, because that was the dude that was stopping us from doing everything. He was stopping everything, bro. Mel Blount. That's him, bro. That's him. Okay? Couldn't think of his name. All right, man. Marty Lowe on the train home, man. Almost there. Blame Geno. Yeah, Marty Lowe, that damn Blame Geno shirt. Y'all better go get that, because that's a non-sanctioned shirt. That shirt don't exist. You know that, right? You know you looking at it, but it don't exist, bro. It don't exist. It don't. I'm gonna delete that shit. That's nothing on there. There's no Unfiltered Nation. There's no Unfiltered Fam. There's no Cigar Killers on it. There's no Unfiltered on it. That's just a shirt. I'm telling you, bro. That's gonna be one of those, yo man, did it really happen? Was there really one, bro? You better get it. I'm telling you, man. I'm not playing. That's not an Ask Tom Telesco where it's goaded. That's gonna be one of those if you had to be there type things. It's gonna be one of those. What they call an urban legend. Hey, Shaq, was there ever really a Blame Gino shirt? And I'll be just like this. I don't know, dog. I don't recall ever seeing one. All right, straight up, always fly, man. Fly to death. Like I said, it's your job, Justin Saw, especially you young single cats, man. Man, if I'm ever single again, and it won't happen, but just to say, in case it does, I guarantee you, bro, I'm back on the block. I'm gonna be fresh to death. Like I got everything. You don't even understand, dog. I'll be outside, dog. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, be outside. You young cats have no excuse, man. No excuse. All right. Part of your whole situation is to be walking around looking fly. How you gonna pull pull an upper caliber one? How you gonna pull one? You gotta look the part, bruh. You gotta look it. Don't matter where you're working at. You gotta look fly. It's time to meet up, dog. Time to meet up. Don't be doing nothing crazy, man. Always do the coffee date, man. Let me meet you over here, little drinky drink, a little something. Don't be investing them because some of these are professional daters and they'll just use you for a meal, bro. She wanted to try to skip the shrimp scampi over here at Spago, and your ass is the person that's gonna take her there, and it's gonna cost you $250, and she just gonna sit there and eat and look cute, and be looking around to see if there's anybody else in there that she could put her eye on. I'm trying to tell you, don't fall for the sucker, don't fall for the banana and tailpipe. Marty Lowe, I'm gonna try to get me one. Maybe Rose will get it early for the Xmas gift. Like I said, Rose is a real one, dog. Like I said, but you might just want to go ahead and do it anyway. Yeah, you never know. Yeah, you might, like I said, it's a limited thing. It ain't gonna be sitting there. You better figure it out, Marty. Okay, you might just trying to tell you. All right. Okay, what's going on, Sam Tanker? All right, man. Booty bang. Even if the Steelers let go of Tom, there's no way the Steelers are gonna let Tom go to the Raiders. We don't know what his contract entails. He might have a clause in it where he can't, a non-competition clause where he can't coach in the league for a certain amount of years. I mean, who knows, bro? I just don't see it happening. I mean, if it happens, I'll be highly surprised. I don't see it happening, but I'm not willing to, bet the farm on it because it's not that important to me. I'm just saying these guys, these people don't understand how hard it is to get a quality coach. They don't get it, but they can find out the hard way. Coupon Tom destroyed his entire career trying to get revenge on AP. He absolutely did. He's not back in the league for a reason, bro. Like I said, Tom Telesco, he loved his job over there. He was with the Chargers for 13 years, doing nothing, just sitting there chilling, living his life. And AP came in there and just got him and Brandon Staley fired, bro. He comes to the Raiders. He's like, yeah, I'm about to get even with this dude. Sometimes, man, your revenge. Sometimes, man, it's self-destructive. Okay. Sometimes it's self-destructive. Sometimes you need to understand, what was he supposed to do? He's supposed to come in there and beat you like that. If you were going to be vulnerable for an ass whooping, why should you punish him for that? But you did, and guess what? It cost you your career, bro. Plenty of people. Reputations is shot because they want to get revenge on somebody. Okay, keeping it a buck. All right, man. Speaking of that, man, y'all gonna check out that 50 Cent Diddy thing on Netflix? I'm definitely gonna watch it, bro. Definitely gonna watch that, dog. And I'm about to see what's going on and what's happening. All right, I'm definitely gonna see that. Okay, not Hines Ward is a dope player, but my favorite player is Mel Blount. Okay, not sure who's worse. David Rainey. There's been mostly shit after Art Shell first time around, Gruden first time, so Del Rio, so mostly shit. Well, man, that's what happens, man. When all of this happened, when the old man started, when he got to LA, man, he didn't keep his own. He started letting his own philosophy slip. Here's where the beginning of where the Raiders started making a mistake with coaches was Art Shell. When Al Davis fired Art Shell, Art Shell was the first black head coach in the modern era. He's the reason why Mike Tomlin's in the league. He was coach of the year, bro. He was coach of the year, 12-4. All right. Al Davis fired him. I think after that, I think he had an 8-8 season because that was the year that Bo got hurt or something like that. Something happened. I forgot what happened. Okay. Maybe it was after the 51-3 loss to the Bills in the AFC Championship game. He fired him. He shouldn't have fired him. And Al Davis said that was the worst mistake he ever made in his life, which is why he gave Art Shell a chance like 15 years later, and it didn't work because Art Shell was outdated. But when you got rid of Art Shell had them dudes playing, bruh, and you got rid of them and you made a mistake. And that's when he brought in Mike White. After that's when he brought in Mike Shanahan, and then fired him with cause, then Mike White, and then the carousel started happening. And then he got Gruden, and Gruden was, took us to AFC Championship games and against the Ravens. And what did he do? Traded Gruden, tried to hire from within, bring up cutthroat Bill Callahan, and all right, as long as they keep going, cutthroat Bill Callahan, and y'all know what happened in that Super Bowl with your boy Rich Gannon that a lot of you guys are straight caping for, Mr. 5 interceptions and 3 pick sixes. And then it just continued all the way, just kept happening. And then you couldn't land nothing until we brought back Gruden again. And then what happened? The NFL messed it up. So it's always something comes in and messes up a coach that had the potential of being a stalemate on our team, or being a contingency coach, a coach that's locked in, I should say, for a long period of time. Something always happened. All right. So now, look at where we're at. All right, man. Okay, yeah, that Diddy show by 50. I'm going to check it out. Yeah, I'm about to check it out. Don't tell me nothing about it. I'm definitely about to check it out. Okay? Goodell, man, Art Shell's first head coaching game was very memorable. Gave me goosebumps off the hook, bro. I mean, to see a black head coach, this was 1989. To see a black head coach on that sidelines was amazing, bro. And we went 12-4. 12-4, dog. He got coach of the year. First year he was there. Why? Because he was a real Raider, dog. That's why. I keep telling you the formula. Real Raiders win real Raider games. Fake Raiders don't do shit. I keep telling you guys that, dog. John Madden, Tom Flores, Art Shell. See how that shit worked? Well, you start tinkering around and messing around. Okay? Yeah, he actually played Marcus Allen. That's why. And that's probably why he fired Art Shell, because he wanted Marcus benched. And what happened? He fired Art Shell and then he got somebody to bench Marcus. He got somebody to do what he wanted him to do what he said. Okay? Horrible. And this carousel kept going on and on and on and on and on and on. And that's what happened. Okay? All right, man. Art Shell, yeah, you're frat. Okay, for sure. All right? Alphas. Okay? All right, man. I didn't know you was an alpha. It makes sense, Whittington Thomas, why you walk around the way you walk around, dog. Okay? I was in college. I was a GDI. Okay? GD individual. I wanted to pledge alpha, but one of my boys, he pledged alpha a semester before me, and they broke his arm. And I was like, nah. They piled on him and broke his arm. He's walking around with a damn broken arm all quarter. I was like, man, I fight everybody. I fight everybody, bro. You ain't gonna be no hazing me. That's what kept me out. We were both gonna do it at the same time. We both like, hey man, we're gonna both go alpha. I didn't get a chance to because I had a lot of classes at the time. I said, okay, I'll do it next semester. Man, you know you ain't supposed to talk to nobody when you're online. That dude was online. He wasn't talking to me. But when he saw me, he'd sneak around me. Yo, Shaq, I just want to let you know, man, I can't talk to you, man, right now because I'm online, bro. But hey, man, da-da-da. You better hurry up and get in here, dog. Hurry up and get in here. Man, next time I saw that fool, man, that fool was like this in a cast, bro, and a damn sling, marching around the campus. And I was like, what? And he snuck to me again, came to my door room. What happened, dog? Oh, man, they jumped on my arm, bro. Broke my arm. Hey, man, they a little rough this. He said they're a little rough this semester. I was like, hell nah. Any of them fools touch me, I'm fighting everybody. Didn't matter. I was still walking around, popping off all the sorority rods anyway. Is what it is. So that's what happened. Okay? Hey, I'm telling you. They almost got DQ'd at my school, bro. They almost got DQ'd. The Phi Alpha headquarters about to DQ that organization, that branch or whatever they call that chapter. He had to lie for him, dog. He had to lie for him. Said it was an accident. Said it was an accident, saying, oh, this, that, and the other. We were playing something. He lied, and he officially lied and saved it. But after that, man, we weren't, once he was in, we weren't cool like that no more, bro. I just seen him on campus, and he would just, what's up, Shaq? What's up? He was in. Okay? So anyway, that's what happened, dog, man. Like I said, I was like, yo, man, Martin Luther King was in there. I was like be alpha, dog. But he broke that boy arm. I'm like, man, I'll be in here. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the line leader or not. I'm gonna clip your wings, bro. I wasn't playing that head stuff. Okay, shaving numbers in the back of their heads, and they were doing too much, bro. I'm like, nah, man. Is this School Days with Spike Lee up in this bitch? I was like, nah, dog. Nope. No thanks. All right. I was okay. Oh man, it's great things when you get out, man. They do a lot of things for you. I was like, well, I'll do the graduate chapter thing then. I'll do it as a graduate. I'm not, no way. No way. Breaking arms. And all of them frats was doing it too, man. They were all doing it at that time. The only people that wasn't doing it was the Qs, because the Qs were on the lower end of the totem pole. They at our school, they were the lowest. The Alphas were the highest. That's when they had all the little Al B. Sure looking guys and all the little light skinned dudes. And then it went Alphas, then it went Kappas, then it went Sigmas, and then it went the Qs. The Qs were just all the big old burly dudes, big muscular dudes like that. Somebody is definitely something going on. Something definitely going on with all this driving. Okay, I don't know what's happening. All right, man. Yeah, let them know, Rosetown native. You say it should never humiliate over letters of any affiliation. Hey, dog, I'm just telling you what they were doing, bro, at my school. This was in the 80s, bro. This was in the 80s. I'm like, man, y'all crazy as dog shit if you think I'm going to join that. No way. Oh, come on, Shaq. It wasn't that bad. Shit. I've never had a cast on my body in my life, bro. Okay? Never. I've never had a broken... where I've had a bone spur. I had a bone spur in my wrist. It's still floating around in my wrist. But I've never broken a bone in my life. I've never had a cast on my body at all. You think I'm going to let one of these fools put a cast on me? Hell no. Nah. Salute to you guys, but not at my school. It wasn't going down. Nope. So yeah, man. All right, man. Vance Mueller playing instead of Marcus Allen. Are you cute? I mean, come on, man. When Marcus Allen, Marty Lowe, you know you from our era, bro. You from that era. You already know, okay? Like I said, you a one ringer. Like I told your wife. I told Rose, you a one ringer, okay? You're one ringer. You in. You in the club, okay? All right? When we was at the cigar bar, man, when Bill, Whittington Thomas, wherever Eat Trip Ass is at, he'll probably see this later. We were 3 rings in there. All of us were 3 ringers in there smoking them cigars, hanging out with Sandra Douglas Morgan. We were all 3 ringing it. That's why it happened. The power of those 12 rings together. That's why it happened. We just show up and she's there, and then they tell Bill, 3 ringer, the only white dude, that's Sandra Douglas Morgan over there. She didn't tell none of us. They told Bill. I said, Bill, you're the rap group. You're Jerry Heller. We're NWA. And then it took another 3-ringer trip to go over there to bring her over. Man, those 12 rings was in there. We was ringing in there, bro. They were just straight power, bro. It's like we were all Green Lanterns. I mean, silver and black lanterns in there, bro. All of us had our rings together. There's like a big ass silver light in there, bro. Man, that was powerful, bro. 4 3-ringers in there. That's 12 rings for you guys out there that's in remedial math. That's why shit happened, bro. We were all shielded up. Okay. All shielded up. Our shields, all of them have a Lombardi on it. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. And that's why things happen. That's why we do things over here that other channels don't do, because they don't have it. They don't have it. Salute to you, but can't do it. Okay. Wonder Twins power activate. Hey, man. Wonder quadruplets. We were in there killing. All right. We definitely formed Voltron. Okay. Yeah, man. Trap and Ash, man. Salute to Tap and Ash, man. We'll be back. Weaponry will be back up in there. All right. Straight up. Okay. All right, man. Well, yeah, man. So we'll see what happens with Mike Tomlin. I'm not expecting, I think, as much ado about nothing. You know, I like Mike Tomlin. I got respect for him. He's a player's coach, and he is a great coach. I don't care what James Harrison's saying. Somebody's gonna get a gold jacket, and somebody's not. Okay, I'm willing to believe that James Harrison's probably the strongest NFL player of all time, but you're not getting no jacket, homie. You better go get you a Steeler jacket. Go get you a Steeler starter jacket, because you're not getting an NFL Hall of Fame gold jacket. That's not happening. Yeah, Bill, like I said, man, that lady told you straight up. Okay? Gave you the game. All right? And we're going to be doing some stuff with Tap and Ash, man. They've been liking all the videos and liking everything we post. And I haven't even had a chance to post everything yet, but I'll be posting it. So Shack That Image Restaurant, damn, bro. Hey, man, that's what happens, man. You try to succeed in a Dallas Cowboy restaurant, trying to succeed in a Raider town. Didn't work. All right, man. Jamal, how about them Cowboys? I mean, shit, how about y'all? Are y'all for real? Are the Cowboys for real? Hey, Jamal, I mean, I have some Dallas Cowboys stuff up, but are you gonna pick it up if I post it? I've been meaning to talk to you. I got some Dallas Cowboy merch for you. It's ready. All I got to do is upload it, green light it. But I don't want it sitting there, bro. I mean, at least the Niner fans are buying their shit. Steelers are buying their shit. Like, I got stuff for pretty much everybody. But like I said, we don't have enough demand for it. What's the use of putting it up? Huh? Tap and Ash said good prices. Yeah, man, everything was cool in there. Nice spot. Okay. All right, man. When at the top was talking about straight scooping on your boy with the whole guy, because engagement mean can't make it up, crossing the leg. Hey, man, like I said before, bro, like you gotta understand, man, whether or not she's buying or she's selling, bro. Like, if they buying in, of course you gonna have everybody's gonna look, you know, because people are human. But if they buying what you selling, then they locked in. That one wasn't locked in. With at the top of that one was not locked in at all. She was looking around. She saw some alphas. When the alpha dogs walk in, dog, the alpha dog's gonna get attention. You gotta be an alpha to what? Compete with an alpha dog. Like there was no talking or nothing to try to take anybody away from nobody. I wasn't there for that, but I definitely noticed the eye was wandering. She was looking around when she wasn't looking around before. It was when them damn ringers walked in. The eye was wandering around the room, and that's just what it is. Okay, all right, it is what it is. All right, like I said, man. Luckily, man, I am out of the game. Because now, right now, I have all the tools of the trade now. Oh, I have everything. All right. Goodell, play that rookie Cowboy coverage against the Eagles. Ray Hustling Play of the Year. Dope hustle and the effort. Yeah, man. Um, you got to understand that some people ain't out there to be playing around. Not on my watch. Okay, that's just what that was. The dude that bought that ring's in serious trouble. Hey, man, that's for him to find out, man. Huh? Sometimes you got to find out the hard way, bro. I always vetted mine, bro. Okay, I always vetted mine. There was times when I'm thinking, man, this is it. This is the one, and I just said, let me just hold out a little bit longer. Let me just conduct a couple of more experiments with this one, and they failed, bro. They failed, right? Trust me. That one in there never failed. That's why she's there. Never failed, nothing. Aces everything, 100% on all categories. I'm in trouble. I'm like, no chinks in the armor, bro. Okay, none. Okay, straight up. Gotta be careful out here in these streets, bro. I mean, everything that look good ain't good. Okay, and some of these mediocre ones, they think they look good because someone's talking to them. Somebody's telling them that they fine. I don't care what you think about your girl. Your girl can replace you faster than you can replace her. Trust and believe. All right. Randy, what's going on? Love watching your videos, man. You speak facts. Yeah, man. Let's see if these facts can get us to 15,000 subscribers, bro. Y'all need to start. We gotta get this moving, bro. We need to get this 15K. With 15K is right across the street. All we gotta do is cross the street. There it is. Okay. Let's get these numbers up. The numbers, we got to get them up, dog. We got to get the viewership up, all of that. We're going to be switching gears, bro. I've been talking about what y'all want to talk about, but it's not resonating the way I want. So guess what I'm going to wind up doing? Other stuff. It's still going to be Matthew Shack Unfiltered, because you know how I do. But like I said, if you think I'm going to keep talking about all this stuff, just sitting there talking to y'all, nah, we're going to have to shake it up. Okay? All right, man. Okay, Eagles are on a slide. They have some serious problems. They're on the field. You see AJ Stan? No. AJ Brown? No. AJ Brown is he's starting to turn into a Devontae Adams. He's starting to turn into an AP. He's starting to turn into a Terrell Owens. Like, T.O. was the poster child for how you act as a wide receiver once you feel like you're bigger than the program. Having a wide receiver that's bigger than the program is a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass, bro. There ain't no Larry Fitzgeralds anymore who just come to work, have a Hall of Fame career, never talk crazy about the organization, never try to outshine anybody, or never try to demean anybody. Just comes in and has a Hall of Fame career, had one Super Bowl opportunity and didn't win, and walks out of class act. There ain't no Larry Fitzgeralds. All these dudes, they're all about themselves, bro. The cockiness, the arrogance. Okay. Even CeeDee Lamb is turning into one of those cats. George Pickens has been one of those cats. Okay, you know, you always got these dudes now. These dudes are taking the T.O. T.O. is a top 3 wide receiver in the history of the game. If not top 3, top 5. Guess what? He walked out with no hardware. But like I said, he's the poster child for making it about me. Him, Chad Ochocinco, all these other cats, Deshaun Jacksons. All these dudes who were pain in the asses, okay? But none of them was a Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson on a losing team. They wouldn't let him go nowhere, wouldn't trade him. Just sat there, and he'd had a Hall of Fame career and didn't do anything to try to demean his team till after he retired, bro. Okay? They don't make them like that no more. All right? Okay? Like I said, you got Antonio Browns. Where's AB at? Where's your boy AB? Where's AB at? He's in the slams. AB, the man that talks so much shit about everybody's in the slams right now. Okay? Eating shit on the shingle, hoping somebody puts something on his books. All that shit talking didn't get you nothing but 3 hots in a cot. Can't make it up. Couldn't happen to a better guy. Couldn't happen to a better guy, bro. Don't feel sorry for you, AB. Okay? And for a lot of you guys out there, let's just keep it in perspective. Antonio Brown was a great player. He's a first ballot Hall of Fame player. I know you can't. He's done so much shit for make you forget how good he was. So I'm going to remind you how good he was. I don't like AB, but I respect anybody that's on that grass between those lines that are balling. I'm going to say this, and a lot of you guys do not even understand or remember because he's done so much shit to mess his career up. Antonio Brown, his first 8 years in the NFL as a wide receiver, his numbers as a wide receiver is better than any wide receiver that ever played the game. Better than Jerry Rice, better than Randy Moss, better than Terrell Owens, better than Megatron, bigger than anybody. More catches, more yards, more tugs than anybody that ever played the game in the first 8 years of their career. Nobody's numbers were better than AB's. Nobody. You line them up, you take the first 8 years of Jerry Rice, you take the first 8 years of AB smashes them. Every person, any wide receiver you name, Tim Brown, the playmaker Michael Irvin, Chris Carter, nobody from rookie year to year 8 fucks with him. Not nobody. Nobody, bro. Go look at the statistics and look at the first 8 years. After that 8 years, after that Vontaze Burfict hit, he turned into a crazy man. But up till then, nobody fooling with AB, bro. And I can't stand AB. But I always respect those that could play. Okay? I am one of them type of guys. I can separate somebody's career from the person. I've always been like that, bro. I've always been like that. I can always separate somebody's professional career between the lines, on the field, on the diamond, on the grass, in the octagon, in the squared circle, on the tennis court. Whatever they did when they were playing the game is separate from what they did as a person. I've always been able to do that, bro. I've always been able to do that. But all my boys that I grew up with, they couldn't do that. So if they didn't like you personally, it skewed what they said with them and what they did professionally. I've never been that. I've always been like, oh man, but he's a blah blah blah, man. I said, no, I don't care about none of that, dog. I care about the numbers. Oh man, is it stat padding and no, there ain't no stat padding, bro. If I'm out there, somebody's trying to stop me. Shit was that. You don't get to tell me I'm so good I could just pad my stats. No, dog. Somebody's guarding me. Somebody's trying to tackle me. Somebody's trying to block my shot. Somebody's trying to strike a nigga out. Somebody's trying to knock me out. Hell nah. Anybody that's in front of me is competition. You don't get to tell me I'm padding my stats when somebody's trying to stop me from doing some shit and I'm so good I can still do it. When I hear this LeBron James talk, oh, he's padding his stats. This cat is 40-something years old. His son is sitting on the bench. You can't stop me from scoring. You can't stop me, bro. I'm pad statting because you can't stop me, man, and I'm 42 years old? Nah, man, nah. No. I don't believe in that. The game has not caught me yet. You can't stop me still. That's an indictment against the game. If a guy half my age can't stop me, how's that my fault? Oh man, let some other guys shine, man. His time is up. My time is up when the game says my time is up. When the game tells me my time is up, that's when my time is up. You don't get to tell me that when I'm out here beating guys half my age. No, you're just tired of seeing me do what I do. And that's how I look at it. I don't play that. AB, his statistics speak for themselves, bro. There is no, he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. He should be in the Hall of Fame, dog. But he's not going to get in because of all the shit he did. Is it the Hall of Fame or is it the Hall of Like? Well, unfortunately, it is the Hall of Like because the sports writers are the ones that vote. And they don't like AB. I don't like him either, but how do you keep the best players out of the Hall of Fame and then want us to respect it? That's the problem with the Hall of Fame, is that you want us to respect the Hall of Fame, but you don't want to put players in the Hall of Fame because you don't like them personally. No, that don't got shit to do with it. That don't got nothing to do. Well, Pete Rose is going to get in because Donald Trump said he's getting in. Trump said Pete Rose getting in. And guess what they said? Well, yeah, we reinstated him to get in, but he can't get in yet. Pete getting in, but where Pete at? Not there to get in. Barry Bonds should be in. Barry Bonds was a Hall of Famer before anything. He was a three-time MVP before he even came to the Giants. He was a 3-time MVP when he was skinny as shit. When Barry Bonds was skinny as a rail, he was a 3-time National League MVP before he even landed in San Francisco. He's a Hall of Famer, period. Don't matter. Don't like him. He ain't getting in. Roger Clemens, he should be in. Simple as that, bro. Simple as that. I knew the NFL was full of shit when it came to these votings when Terrell Owens didn't get in first ballot. T.O. has the second most receiving touchdowns after Jerry Rice. Second most receiving touchdowns in history. You didn't let him in the first year because you didn't like him. But the next year, you had to let Randy Moss in. So they let T.O. in because they're like, well, damn, we got to let T.O. now because T.O.'s stats were better than Randy's. T.O. had more catches. T.O. had more touchdowns. I think Randy might have beat him on touchdowns by 1 or 2, maybe, but maybe not. One of those guys are only 1 ahead or 2 ahead when it comes to touchdowns. And when it came to catches. That's why T.O. said, I'm not coming to your raggedy ass ceremony. And as much as T.O. used to come to my club in the Bay. T.O. used to come to my spot all the time. Okay. And I got a bunch of T.O. stories. Me and Bev, trust me, my sister Bev will tell you some crazy stories when it comes to him. That isn't allegedly, that's facts. With that being said, that's why he said, I'm not coming to your funky ass ceremony. Give me my jacket and I'll do my own. I'm not coming there because y'all full of shit. I should have been in first ballot. He should have. But they hated on him. Okay. We can't believe you, man, if you're playing favors. You got to deal with somebody. You got to deal with their personality, bro. It is what it is. Okay? Is Patrice on here? What's up, P? Let me see what's P on here. What's up, P? Good afternoon, P. Tell moms we love her. Tell moms hope she's feeling good today. So like I said, man, there's a whole bunch of people, when it comes to stuff, man, shit ain't right. So, man, we can't respect the Hall of Fame if you ain't putting Hall of Famers in. Then you're putting all these guys that are kind of a Hall of Famer. I don't like Skip Bayless. Okay? But I agree with Skip Bayless when he said this. If you have to think about it whether or not they're a Hall of Famer, they're not one. If you have to think about it, it's a problem. That's the way it should be. But then you put guys in just because we need to put somebody in this year. We need to put somebody in. And then when you got guys who aren't in, it doesn't make sense. Okay? Barry Bonds is king. Barry Bonds, in my lifetime, him and Ken Griffey Jr., man, those are the 2 best baseball players I've ever seen in my life. Them 2 dudes, in my lifetime, Now, my father, he'll talk Willie Mays. He'll say a bunch of different things. You know, I mean, I remember Willie Mays when he was on the last leg. First time I ever seen him really play was, I think I was too young to remember. Okay, but I remember when he was with the Mets and he wasn't the same. Okay, but my dad would say Willie Mays. You go back further, somebody said Hank Aaron or somebody else. Said Plunkett, just Haynes, Chester Tatum. Yeah. Okay, Thomas should all be in 100%. Well, man, the Raider legend said that we need to was talking to me about us putting together some type of thing where we help the lobby to get these guys in the hall, and I'm going to do that with them. It's something that I plan on doing with them. Yeah, Alvin Harper off the chain, man. Alvin Harper was a problem. She said my favorite Barry Bonds, man. He's the reason why I like baseball to this day. Well, man, I'm a Reggie Jackson guy. Reggie Jackson that's my dude. Ricky Henderson, rest in peace, that's my dude. But when they talk about all around, them dudes were ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. Ain't no damn steroids helping you hit no damn ball, bro. That doesn't help your eyesight. Doesn't help your hand-eye coordination at all. And in that era, it was legal. It is what it is. Wasn't illegal to do the shit. Okay? All right. Tony Gwynn. I told to respect to Tony Gwynn, too. Tony Gwynn was a hell of a basketball player. He could have made the NBA. Tony Gwynn, man. Tony Gwynn was a two-sport star over at San Diego. University was either University of San Diego. It wasn't San Diego State, I don't think. I think he played University of San Diego. He was a hell of a point guard. Left-handed, T. Gwynn. Tony Gwynn was a hell of a basketball player, too, dog. Okay. All right, man. Maurice Rock, I'm with you with that. And I support 100% whether you need help to get started. Yeah, man. Got to do what you got to do, bro. Got to do what you got to do. Yeah, San Diego State. I knew it was one of it. Isn't that what it didn't Marshall Faulk go to San Diego State too? Hey, Bill, when we was in college, man, San Diego State was the party school, bro. That was a school where you went down there and they just turned up all the time. God. Raider Paul in the building with that team. Patrice said, did you see we signed Jerry Rice's son? Yeah, I spoke on it. I'll speak on it since y'all ain't bringing it up. Since P brought it up, I'll speak on it. What do I know about Brendan Rice? I was asked about it today. Here's what I know about Brendan Rice. Brendan Rice went to USC. So I saw him play. He was one of the wide receivers that was there when Caleb Williams won the Heisman. He was hit and miss. He very arrogant, cocky kid. He thinks he's one of those kids that think because he's Jerry Rice's son, he thinks he thought he was entitled to be the heir to the throne, but so did Marcus Jordan and Zaire Wade and some of these other kids who thought, hey man, since my father is a Hall of Famer, I'm gonna be one too. Nah, dude. Your father is special and you're not. So he didn't get drafted. I remember that he went out and he was picked up by San Diego, the Chargers with he was on the practice squad. Really didn't do much, but I remember when he was getting drafted and they were doing all the little draft interviews and shit, and they were talking to him. They were talking to him about his dad. He was always trying to act like his dad was just okay. Well, man, to be honest, my father's not my favorite receiver. My favorite receiver's blah, blah, blah. And my dad was good, but, I feel that I'm better, I'm bigger, I'm faster, I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, you slapped the shit out of your son, dog. Like, this dude's arrogant. Like, how are you going? Your father's the greatest wide receiver of all time, and in some cases, he's the best player of all time. Okay, but you're acting like you're better. I'm bigger than my dad. I'm faster. I'm that. Patrice saw that. I'm like, man, nigga, if you don't shut your ass up, you weren't even the number one receiver with Caleb Williams. You weren't the number one receiver, bro. Over there running your yap like that. You was just talking shit. I'm just like, you better do something. He didn't even get drafted, bro. Went over there, man, got in the practice squad, got let go. Then he's up there with Pete Carroll last year with the Seahawks, and that's why he's got a little job with us. He's got a little opportunity to be on the practice squad because of Pete. That's it, man. You ain't even in the league because of your dad. Let's just keep it like that. Said Bronny James is only in the NFL because NBA because of his dad. Did y'all see that putback dunk that Bronny did last night? Bronny got ups. Bronny got at least a 40-something inch vertical. He's 6'2". He's my height. I know. I could dunk too, but I wasn't getting up like that. I wasn't having elbows over the rim. I might have had my foot like this much over the rim. Like maybe this much. This dude had this much over the rim. I'm like, his dad ain't helping him jump, that's for sure. But with that being said, man, Brendan Carroll, man, Brendan Rice. What do I got to say about it? He's a practice squad guy. What are we getting excited about practice squad guys all of a sudden? Isn't Cam Miller on the practice squad? Are y'all excited about him? I mean, come on, bruh. He's a practice squad guy. He's a camp body. Let's not get excited. Okay? But y'all get excited behind names. It is what it is. Okay? We'll see. But he's very arrogant little cat. Maybe his ass ain't as arrogant as he used to be. But in them damn interviews, I'm like, dude, why are you talking like you're better than your pops? He really thought he was better than his pops. I'm like, dude, I'm a USC Trojan fan. Fight on. I've been a USC Trojan fan for 52 years, since 73. I didn't see you do nothing with Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams wasn't even giving you the ball, and there was a few times he threw you the ball, you dropped the shit on open touchdown. Like, come on, bro. Let's just keep it a buck. Stop the cap, bro. Okay? Some of these kids, bro, like really understand, bro. All right, man. Your father was the GOAT. That don't got nothing to do with you. It's always the players whose pops were good, not great, that wind up being great. The reason why Steph Curry's the GOAT is because his father, Dale Curry, who's my favorite Curry out of all of them. Dale Curry was just a monster shooting threes. That's all he did was shoot threes. He was just all day. When he's with Alonzo Mourning, Grandmama, Larry Johnson, he was just Muggsy Bogues. Dale Curry just shoot, bro. He's just that's all he does. Shoot. He ain't playing no D. Well, Steph don't play no D either. But shoot. That's it. Anywhere. Anytime. Bucket. All day. He was a all-star a couple of times. But who was on that bench with him? There's a picture of Alonzo Mourning at the all-star game. He made the all-star team. It's the early 90s. It's him. You got Dale Curry sitting on the bench, and you got a young Steph Curry, look like he's about 5 years old, sitting on Alonzo Mourning's lap at the all-star game. I think it was the all-star game that Jordan was the MVP and shit. Okay? That's why he's the GOAT. Because he was around the game early and he had the knack to shoot. And his father put all that effort into him to get him to shoot. That's why. But you ain't getting no GOAT and you become back-to-back GOATs. That don't happen, bro. If your father's the greatest of all time, you ain't going to be the greatest of all time 2.0. That ain't happening. It's just not going to happen. All right, man. Said facts. Steel City has drama talking bad about Coach Tomlin. So disrespectful. Well, like I said, Ben Roethlisberger didn't really talk crazy, but Ben Roethlisberger didn't give a shining endorsement talking about he should go to Penn State. And then James Harrison just talking greasy about him. To say he's never considered him to be a great coach. We don't believe you, James Harrison. We think you're mad. Superintendo. I was a Sega Genesis dude. So that's what we got, man. Sun going down. And guess what? As soon as that sun goes down, that temperature starts dropping quick. It feels totally different out here. And you know how I am about that. Y'all know I don't play. But make sure y'all go to MatthewShackUnfiltered.com and go pick up the merch, man. Like right out here, man. This guy needs a cigar, bro. Look at it. Hook me up. Go pick up the merch, bro. I'm trying to tell you, dog. Trying to tell you. And that Christmas merch, you're going to be seeing me. I got a big ass box. All them shirts came. I'm just waiting for my Santa Raider shirt. That's all I'm waiting for. Get that on the pop in. But blame Gino. We're going to be able to blame him this weekend when we play. Who we play? The Eagles? We play the Eagles this week? Oh, who do we play? The Eagles? Broncos? Somebody. Somebody that's going to try to beat our brains in. It's going to be somebody. Are we going to win? Can we win a game? We got a 6-game losing streak. Can we win a game? It ain't going to hurt us. We don't know how to draft in the first round anyway. So, what y'all say? Might as well. I'll be out here doing this. I'm at the checker foot.